Let's go back, shall we say, I don't know, to the debates with Donald Trump back in 2020 when Trump tried to address this. He didn't have it quite 100% on. I think he tried to allege it was $183,000 that Hunter Biden was getting per month from Burisma. It turned out to be $80,000, but you get the gist of what was going on. Watch.
It's an open discussion, please.
Now, it's a fact.
Well, you have raised an issue. Let the Vice President answer.
Discredited.
Did Burisma pay him $183,000 a month with no experience in energy?
Mr. President,
my son did nothing wrong at Burisma.
I think he did.
Mr. President, let him answer.
He doesn't want to let me answer because he knows I have the truth. His position has been totally, thoroughly discredited.
By who? The media?
By everybody. Well, by the media, by our allies, by the World Bank, by everyone has discredited. Matter of fact, even the people who testified under oath.
So let me ask you this.
No, go ahead, Mr. I'm listening to you.
You got $3.5 million from Moscow.
He testified under oath in his administration.
All right. So it's an interesting exchange, especially given what we know now, right? Don't forget what we know now. He's saying there was nothing that he did wrong. I mean, let alone the fact that he wasn't declaring the income that he made, right? That there was this whole tax evasion scheme, which then became a subject of the IRS, an investigation by the IRS. And that didn't necessarily just land in their lap. Don't forget. I mean, everybody's like, why is everybody picking on Hunter? It's just a political thing. Well, actually, the reason people are talking about Hunter, the reason there was this investigation by the FBI and the IRS all to begin with, was because Hunter was involved with some alleged international porn ring. I hate even having to say these words. I mean, it's just like, who are these people? Like, honestly, like this is who's leading our country. Yay. So anyway, he's got some scandal going on. And so the FBI starts tracking him back, right, to his computer. And that's that whole Hunter Biden laptop thing. And what's interesting about that debate exchange that you just saw is that Trump did not have that perfectly, right? I mean, he was talking about $183,000 from Burisma. It was actually $80,000, but he was onto something. He was onto something. And that was something that you were not supposed to be onto, not supposed to be onto at all, because, well, the system wanted his dad to win. So we're now looking at a situation, I would just say increasingly, is starting to point towards the potential for impeachment. Because as much as they want to say, we don't have the evidence, it's starting to come in. And we've seen the bank records. We've seen all this suspicious stuff. We have a president that is defending his son no matter what and saying, no, he didn't do anything wrong, when in fact he did multiple things wrong. Like, you got to at least admit that, right? And so now you also see an administration that's trying to back away and say, well, what's wrong with just calling and saying hi? And, maybe there's some people there, they're at a dinner and it's just being social. You can talk about the weather, no big deal. Well, it is a big deal if in fact the son was saying, hey, wait a second, you know what? You want access to Washington, D.C.? I got access to Washington, D.C. And let me just show you, because I'm going to hold up my phone and I'm going to call Daddy and he will say hi to everybody. So that in of itself really, I think, is the crux of the issue. And then it's going to develop from there. So in other words, what was Hunter Biden promising? What was Devin Archer promising? We know that these guys were up to no good. I mean, the whole thing of, the billionaire from China, from the energy company that suddenly gone missing, giving him an actual raw diamond in Florida. And that never got declared either. I mean, again, who gets an actual diamond from a Chinese billionaire? And then you've got to just explore a little bit deeper here. And I think bottom line, any which way you slice it, the son is a disaster. But then the question becomes, how much did the father know? He certainly seems to have known more than he let on, including what he's trying to portray to the press, et cetera. How much did the father know? And that's where the impeachment thing is going to come in, because as we get more and more information now, again, 170 SARS, suspicious activity reports, all of this starts to point to something that is really, really unseemly. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.